And welcome back into the Cardinals franchise, where today we have a huge matchup for us against the Los Angeles Rams, division rival, plus some a little bit of revenge we need to take place here today, with them beating us last year to get first in the NFC West, and then also beating us first round of the playoffs, knocking us out in the wild card round. We need some revenge. They still have Aaron Donald, still have Matthew Stafford, still have a lot of good guys. This should be and probably will be a tough game, but that's nothing new for this team. The first 2 weeks have been tough, close games. We won the first game. We unfortunately lost the last game against the Raiders on the last play. Tossed it up. Ertz could not bring it down, unfortunately. But today, some things we need to take care of before we jump into the Rams game. And first being to take a look at all the players that we need to negotiate with. And the first one is going to be probably one of the number one guys I want to make sure we get in Rodney Hudson. He's going to be 34 years old. He could very well retire. But he's our highest overall offensive lineman, our best offensive lineman by far. So we'll want to make sure that we get him locked in. We might wait until we get to the end of the season, even after the playoffs, that first week where we have the option to re-sign guys, just to see if he retires or not. J.J. Watt is another one that will also be turning 34, and no matter what, might be controversial, I do not want him on the team next year. He's a great player, but we've already seen issues with his injury this year already, missing time during the preseason, missing time during the regular season as well. I don't think he played week 1. And when he has been out there, we haven't seen him do a whole lot. So considering that he's on his last year, 2 ways we could go about it. Trade him now, get something out of him, or just let his contract come to an end at the end of the season, see what he could do for us, and then just let him walk. I'm leaning towards trading because there's a lot of things that we need to get done on this team that I don't think we could do entirely in one offseason. Past him, these ones aren't open yet, but things we need to consider. Byron Murphy Jr. will be 25 years old, is currently our number one corner. We need to lock him down. He's a young guy, really good at zone, has some room to improve in the man and press coverage, but right now he's our number one guy. We need to make sure he sticks around. A.J. Green, we will let walk. Most likely will retire since he'll be turning 35 at the end of the season. Jalen Thompson, another young guy I want to make sure we keep around. He's our starting free safety, has speed, has coverability. He also has some hands as well, so we want to make sure we lock him in. Justin Pugh, potential guy to re-sign, will be 33. Will probably regress down to, I'm assuming, a 74, maybe 73. That might still be good enough to start. We're not sure. Matt Prater, another guy who's getting older. As long as he keeps kicking the ball as far as he has been, yeah, he will stick around. Marcus Golden has no interest in re-signing with us. That is fine by me. He will regress, becoming 32 years old. Only a 78 overall. I want to get younger at this position. Max Williams technically lost his spot. He was our number 2 tight end, is technically still the number 2 in terms of overall, but we have the rookie McBride who is getting that time. So Max Williams basically was delegated to a fullback role. We'll see if he ends up sticking around, but most likely he won't be. DJ Humphries is a potential guy to bring back as well. He'll be turning 29. He might regress, and if he does, that might just go ahead and call us there and just say, no, we don't want to. We don't want to be signing any offensive linemen that are regressing unless they are 80 plus overall or just the only option that we have, the best option that we have. At running back, Darrell Williams, we will also let walk. We have James Conner at running back, who's our number 1, and honestly, I'm thinking of trading him as well, just because we have power backs here, and we're running an air raid offense. Power backs do not make sense. There's also Devon Kennard from some school in California, because I remember he was part of our California Only series, and he's one not going to resign again, want to get younger. Kevin Beecham Jr. will be turning 34. He's either going to regress or retire. Will definitely regress, might retire. Not looking to re-sign him. Again, we need to get younger on the offensive line. Andy Lee will be 41. He could very well retire. It's punter. I'm not too stressed about it. Zach Allen is someone I would like to keep around as a backup defensive lineman. He's only a 72 overall. Can get a little bit better, but he's not top-end talent. I would like to find a replacement, but in the meantime, only wanting about $4.5 million a season, that is fine. Well, we will negotiate with him. Will Hernandez does not have any interest. Neither do we. We want to get better than a 72 overall. Andy Isabella, another one, does not have interest, and it makes sense. He has a lot of speed, has flashed some talent here and there, but he just doesn't have a path to the starting spot, any of the starting spots, because the slot right now is locked down by Rondale Moore, as long as he could fix his drops issue. Deontay Thompson, a little bit of interest in as a backup safety. Josh Jackson, 71 overall, going to be 27. At most would be depth if we keep him around. Nick Vigil is a backup linebacker for us. Will most likely drop into the 60s. Not too interested in bringing him back. Antone Wesley, I didn't enjoy necessarily how he played in the preseason. Only a 70 overall, will be 25. It's a possibility, but not a great one. A younger guy-ish, who's a lower overall, Kingsley Keke, has already had multiple sacks for us. If we're going to re-sign a middle-aged, in terms of football, guy being 26 next year, who's in the lower 70s, he's going to be the one, just because we've seen him perform well. Greg Dortch probably won't be coming back, maybe if we're looking for a return guy, but honestly, he's not that quick or fast, so doesn't fit really there. Antonio Hamilton won't be coming back, will be 30 years old, already under 70 overall. Ben Neiman, probably not coming back either, again, being under 70. Michael Dogby? Not sure. Won't be coming back. Justin Murray, probably not. Jonathan Ward. It was a possibility, maybe, with him being a bit younger, but under 70 overall, and also not being more of the receiving type back, probably not. Matt Dickerson, no. A lot of these guys down here, probably not. If anyone, Trace McSorley. That is the only low overall guy that we might end up bringing back. So that is the plan for the players to negotiate with. Technically, J.J. Watt and James Conner are going to be on the trade block. Let me know what you think about trading them within this season, or if we should keep one or both of them to the end of the season. I would love to hear what you guys think, but we will have to make a decision come the end of week 7. So, because week 8 is the trade deadline. So that is something to look forward to. But let's jump into this rivalry game. I'm assuming will be a press conference. And indeed, I is correct. Reporter, you're facing a bitter rival in the Rams this week, and limiting the impact of Cooper Kupp must be a top priority. Yeah, but we're not going to trash talk about him because he was the best receiver in terms of stats last year. I say we challenge him by any means necessary. Like you said, limiting his impact has to be a top priority, and he's at the top of the list of players that we aren't going to allow to beat us this week. We need to beat the Rams and hold him to under a combined 75 rushing and receiving yard total. We could possibly do that, and Murphy's going to have a heck of a job to do today. Welcome on into this rivalry matchup, where, as you can tell, we're wearing our black alternatives. Unfortunately, they do not have the black helmet to match the uniform set here for the Cardinals. I think most of the new helmets, at least, aren't in last gen. I don't know if they're in the new gen. But either way, Matthew Stafford and the Rams heading out here, and he's off to a pretty good start. 7 total touchdowns, no interceptions for him the first couple weeks, and they'll go across the middle. 80, not 81. Wow, I should really number 1 Robinson. He gets the grab plus a little bit extra after the catch. We'll come out here in the double A gap look. Send the blitz right down the middle. Gardick off the edge will hit, and I mean hit. Matthew Stafford, loss of a good chunk, making it 3rd and 11. I think the dark horse for us in terms of sack leader is going to actually end up being Gardick. He has a lot of speed off the edge that has worked very well for him up to this point, and Isaiah Simmons there to get the tackle on Akers, and after the first drive for the Rams, they'll be punting away. And some good news for our offense is that we are back to almost a complete receiver group, with Rondale Moore being back in this game. He was out the last week with an injury from practice, and we were going to find A.J. Green here on a really good pass from Kyler Murray. Ended up rolling out to that left-hand side and then somehow getting it past the linebacker. We've seen a lot of interceptions early this season. Hopefully could get that cleaned up. Kyler Murray trying to get to the outside, gets by the linebacker, has some open running room, and will scamper out of bounds. A gain of 22. Could have been a loss of about 4 yards, but just had enough speed to get the corner. And probably one of his best designed runs of the season. I would say probably definitely his best designed run of the season. Going to look here to check down Connor. We'll truck some air and we'll get forward for a gain of 6. Going to come out in that same formation. 3 receivers to the left-hand side. More alone to that right-hand side. Let's see what we could come up with here. We're going to need to escape the pocket. Collapsed. Aaron Donald and a few other came, well, rushing in. But we're able to get away just in time for the first down. And every now and then we will run the ball. Got to watch out for Bobby Wags across the middle. Good job there from Connor. And of course, as I mentioned, Connor is going to be put on the trade block. And I'm not doing it because I don't like Connor. So if you're a Connor fan, it's not because of that. Just because I don't think he fits the scheme very well. And we're running out of space and will be brought down. Gains in the backfield. Loss of a good amount. I honestly couldn't remember what the down and distance was, or the distance on second down. 3rd and 9 coming up. Come out here with some curl options. For some reason in this formation, it does have Green playing more in the slot rather than on the outside, which is where I would want him. Good job there from Brown to make an adjustment to where that ball was thrown, because it was not where it was supposed to. I was hoping Murray would throw that a little bit more down to the outside. Instead, it was a little bit more up into the inside, but as long as we got the completion, that's all that matters. We'll roll out here, find Green, and he'll get a couple more yards down to the 5. And on 2nd and goal, we're kind of out here in what I would say is a strong formation for us. Going to go down the middle and just no running room. That is a couple different guys there, and I don't believe Bobby Wags wears 54. No, that is Floyd. So weird seeing someone else wearing Bobby Wags' number on the team that Bobby Wags plays on. He's wearing 45, that's right. As soon as I see it, looks about right. Going for the back of the end zone, A.J. Green. Nice pass from Kyler Murray over the top of the linebackers. We'll find Green for, I believe, his 2nd touchdown of the season. As you can see, Murray here just sits in the pocket, has some guys breaking open, finds the window, places it high enough, exactly what he needs to do. Now, I believe at times this season, after we've gotten a lead early in a game, we've kind of gotten a little too confident. And then that's led to some lackadaisical play from us. And speaking of lackadaisical plays, what is the tackling doing? J.J. Watt cleans it up with a solid hit on Akers, but that should have been a loss of about 3 yards. Instead, number 3 ends up gaining 8 yards to make it a 2nd and short. I believe that was Golden, who was just standing in the backfield where the tackle should have been made, but none was. Akers breaks contact here and will get about 7 yards on the play. First down up to the 39. And I think this team, defense more specifically, is still trying to decide what its thing is, I guess you could say. Are they a blitz team? Are they a man cover team? Are we better at zone? All different things that I think we're still kind of learning what we do best at. Going to try to send the blitz, and now it's a quick Quick pass will find Higbee, maybe? I think that's who their tight end is. Yes, it is Higbee. All right, I know some rosters. End of the first quarter, 7-0, Rams with the ball in plus territory. And a lot of bunch formation for them so far today, and Cooper Kupp, I don't believe, has received a target yet. So we're on way to do what we need to do. As long as we just force passes to every other player, it'll be okay. Again, another 2nd and 2 here. And I believe even on the last one, we sent the double A-gap blitz. We're going to do that once again. Another quick pass. This time does find Cooper Kupp, but only a gain of about 1.5 yards. And on 3rd and inches, a tight but 3-receiver set here for the Rams. As they're going to look for someone, and Cooper Kupp breaking wide open, brought down, or down/out of bounds at the 1. Huge chunk for Cooper Kupp, and not what we need to see. And a play like that is when we need to have some quick interior rush from J.J. Watt, because there was a lot of time that he had, and the Rams tying this game up. Akers into the end zone. Fotu not able to get the tackle before the goal line was crossed, really. I mean, not a great job run defense, but we know that we're going to struggle with that. And with this game back tied up, offense has some more work to do. Going to try to air this one out on this play. And under pressure, wow, I believe that was Aaron Donald will manage to just get that one out before taking the sack. 2nd and 10. Come out with some play action. And some quick rush. We have our tight end. No, that was actually Connor. And either way, ball hit the turf. So definitely need our blocking to pick things up a little bit. A lot of quick rush getting in. Going to go towards the outside. Close. They mark it as a catch for the first down. But LA challenges the play. It was a close call. In real time, looked very close. You see one foot. The second foot looks like it's dragging. That is 1 down. Can't see. That's not a great angle, but on the field they called completion. And the call on the field stands. First down, great catch there from Brown. We will go with a run down the middle just to try to change things up a little bit. We don't want Aaron Donald just teeing off every play knowing it's going to be a pass. So try to switch things up a little bit. Maybe slide over the line to the right-hand side here as they bring down the safety. And they will bring a bit of a blitz, but we're going to hit Green across the middle for the first down. Down to the 39, or up. Yeah, I said it right the first time. Stop second-guessing myself. And I finally got that slot spot fixed with Moore coming back from injury. It ended up messing up the depth chart, and it put Green in there where he really should not have been playing. We're going to get Rondale Moore to the outside. He gets by number 24 with open rooming run, and he's in. I totally messed up that sentence. With open running room is what I meant to say. I don't know what I said, but either way, Rondale Moore puts on the Jets, takes this one to the house. What a play, Rondale Moore. And I believe we also had Brown downfield laying some blocks to help kind of at least seal the edge enough to get more around the edge. Good job there by Thompson coming down to get the tackle after a gain of 1. And I think by the brief time period I've had playing with this defense, I definitely feel like they're more of a zone team. But I feel like I'm a bit more of a man cover team, so we'll see what we end up doing with the DBs here. But luckily for us, we have Budda Baker who can put hits in like that, get stops when we need them. We just kind of have to send him all over the field at times. And they'll go with a quick pass to the outside, and Jackson just a step behind Robinson with the first down. And that number 2 corner spot is possibly a position that we could look to address with a trade from either J.J. Watt or from Connor. As we are going to get a second sack. Gardick back there. Budda Baker was also primed for a sack. But that is 2 for your slightly younger outside linebacker in Gardick. We also have Kennard who plays that same spot. And I believe Gardick is 28, maybe 29 compared to Kennard who's like 30 or 31. But that will bring up a 2nd and 19. The Rams coming out in a 3-receiver set. Cooper Kupp in the backfield. Run some man coverage. They'll go to Akers to the opposite side. And we're there to get the stop after a gain of 8 yards. So, I mean, a solid gain there, bringing up third and still pretty long. And they'll come out empty set. Cooper Kupp in the slot to that right-hand side. Kiki Prime, no. Nice pass breakup. Almost a nice catch. And following that great stop by our defense, we'll come back out on offense at the 30 is where we will start. 2.5 minutes left before halftime. We're just going to kind of roll out here. No one's going to try to make a move. We will step up and out of bounds. You could argue for a penalty there against Donald. And did you see the Bengals-Rams fight in real life where Donald was like swinging 2 helmets? I wonder what his suspension's going to be. At least by the time of recording this, I haven't heard any sort of suspension, but you would definitely think one would happen. Connor down the middle shoves off the blitzing safety, maybe? But he ends up tripping, so 3rd and 1. Play worked out well for us earlier. Trying to hit it again here, and Bobby wags. That's all that has to be said. And following a punt. Rams have enough time to try to put something together. Only 1 timeout remaining, though. 1.5 minutes. They got to go quite a good distance. They'll dump it off to Akers. Collins there gets the tackle. Nice, sure, open field tackle from him there. You saw him drop the hips, secured that tackle. And I don't know if we got out of the man coverage. Doesn't look like it. Buda Baker not going to get the hit. Brought down number 22. And maybe now we finally got the play design, or play change. Oh, I thought we could have had a pick. Instead, Higbee down to the 36. They basically flipped field position, taking off 40 seconds max. So with the Rams, put their mind to it. Their passing game, they're going to find some open guys for sure. Gardick off the edge, and a 3rd sack. You got to block the man. He's got too much speed. That's one of the reasons I love the double A-gap blitz, though. It puts so many guys in the middle and makes it hard for your offensive line to block whenever you only have 5 there. And with that sack, that will bring out the field goal unit. Kicking from midfield would be a 60-yard attempt. We have Dortch back there to possibly return it, although that kick looked like it was going to be good, but will doink off the crossbar. We will head on into halftime. We're up 14-7. It's been a good battle, but that's what we've expected for most of these games so far. Defense doing about as well as you could expect them to do against a really good passing team here with the Rams. We're being a little bit more balanced today, running the ball a few more times, but that's enough of that game. Let's take a quick break from there, look around the league. Seahawks, another division rival, currently tied with the Falcons 14-14. However, they have yet to win a game, and Drew Lock is their starting quarterback in this universe. All the way over on the opposite side of the United States, Green Bay and Buccaneers, and that is what I like to see. Buccaneers up big, 31-7. Aaron Rodgers has thrown 2 interceptions in the first half. And going all the way back over to California, why not look across the entire states here? Jaguars up 21-14 against the Chargers, both teams looking for their first victory. Justin Herbert also throwing 2 interceptions in the first half. As for this game, we will be receiving the second half kickoff, which is a great opportunity for us to get a 2-score lead, and one that I hope we don't squander. Dortch will take the kick up to about the 28, which is where our offense will start. On 1st and 10 for our first play of the second half, we're going to go with a jet sweep, try to get Marquise Brown and his speed to the outside, which he has possibility of doing. Number 2 hesitated, and that will cost him yardage. A solid gain of 14 on our first play. And I always question, doing one play and then coming right back to the fake version of it, but AJ Green, yeah, we're going to totally hand off the ball to him on a jet sweep. And we instead will probably just dump this off, and that is not what you want to see, especially when we had Marquise Brown downfield also wide open. Well, bust of a play. Hand the ball off down the middle, James Conner. Solid gain of 7, making it 3rd and manageable. And on 3rd and 3, we'll come out with a 2 running back set. I'm actually going to send Williams more on a wheel route. Conner will stay back to block first, and then we'll go out. We're going to go across the middle, and that one was a close call. But on 4th and 3, we will go for it basically at midfield. We need to be aggressive if we want to start winning some of these games. Ertz across the middle. Not able to hold on to it. Great job from 26. Breaks that one up, and the Rams offense will take over. A risk that we thought could be necessary. Can't say it wasn't so far, as the Rams just now starting their drive. They'll go with an outside toss. Higbee making a guy miss and getting another first down. Tight ends continue to just put in work against me, even in Madden 23. Don't know how to guard them, apparently. And no, let's take that back, slide them back on in. And they went for the slot. Robinson down to the 16. So far today, we've only forced one incompletion. Matthew Stafford only throwing an inaccurate pass once. Higbee might be in. Baker trying to get there and will force him out at the 1. And why not just crunch everyone down? Let's go for it. Run up the middle. Let's call it. They go with a run more to the outside, and we are there. Jackson with a great stop. A loss of 3. Akers definitely has been a part of the passing game today, but we've done a pretty decent job of limiting him in the running game. And they'll go with the linebacker right down the middle. We had some guys there, but Carter powers through. Rams tied this game back up with a made PAT, 14-14. And after a solid return, we will start our drive at 30, so not too bad. Gonna make a slight adjustment here. Both Ertz and Moore going deep. We'll see who they have cover where, and I'm gonna try to turn up here, and we'll get back to basically the line of scrimmage. Floyd, I mean, he's got a lot of speed. He caught up to us. But yeah, the offensive line definitely struggling here a bit today, allowing a lot of pressure, and that's one of the positions of lead that we know that we have. Gonna go to the outside. Great job again. Brown has had some solid hands for us today. And that was a throw under pressure too. Heavy pressure, so honestly, was it a bit of a panic throw? Yes. Yes, it was, and that one, not very good. Intended for Ertz, floated way too far, and this might be a pick six. No, instead he tries to cut in and ends up cutting towards all of our linemen. Hill with the INT, not the touchdown, but the Rams with the ball at the 37. And that is the exact problem that we've seen from Kyler Murray, is that he struggles with consistent accuracy. He could throw some really good balls in some tough situations, but then to follow it up, he throws a pass like that. So, not great, and then we give up a first down rush to Akers on the very next play. And this game, pretty synonymous with most of the games this season. We've played pretty well in the first half. The second half, we're not really able to put together a complete performance, and that's another touchdown. Jackson thought he had an INT coming. Robinson, he thought otherwise. And now it all comes back to Kyler Murray. Can he come back from that, or are we going to have some struggles? RPO here gives us open running room. Connor with the first down up to the 38. And it's these second half turnovers that have cost us, at least in the last game, and almost cost us in the first game as well. So we need to find a way to clean that up, and instant pressure is not going to help. And the way that this line is playing kind of really pushes me more towards maybe making a move with J.J. Watt earlier than anticipated. We'll find Ertz here. We'll get forward for a solid gain, making it a more manageable third down, 3rd and 7. And on third down for us, or on these gains that we desperately have needed, Brown has done very well for us. We'll look for him again here. And a great job by Hill there, who had the INT, knocks that one free. And following a pretty decent punt, Rams offense will start at the 17 now with their chance to take a 2-score lead. Gardick with the inside release and another sack. 4 on the day. Great job from him. Without him, honestly, I don't know how well our defense would have been in some of these passing situations. He's just gotten off blocks, and the speed of his has really been a true separating attribute, really. And on 2nd and 19, now back at the 8. They stay out in a nickel form, going to try to send Budda Baker off the edge, but a great job blocking. number 12 there. I believe that's Van Jefferson. But we do get there pretty quickly, making it a 3rd and 15. And we will try to tee up some more blitzes here. If we could get Matthew Stafford to back up into the end zone and then get a sack, that would be great. Instead, we'll just take another one. Gardick with 5 sacks on the day. 5. MVP of the defense so far for sure. And that is how we will end the 3rd quarter. We'll head into the 4th. We will be receiving the punt, 21-14. And with them backed up so far, let's see if we could get Thompson off the edge, try to apply some pressure, and no, not even close, but we should have decent starting position here. Dortch, looked like that ball almost came out, but he'll hold on to it. We will start at the 48. And let's go with that double reverse, but not really a reverse, basically just a secondary handoff. Try to get Brown to the outside. Almost made one guy miss. Hill having himself a day. And on 2nd and short, we've subbed out Brown. His icon was red, so he needs a breather. Andy Isabella comes in his spot. Gonna try to find someone. And luckily, that one just hits the turf. 3rd and 1 will stay in the spread. But instead of passing, we will run the ball here. Connor down the middle. We need some solid blocks, which we do get. Rumbling and stumbling down to the 32. 6 carries, 46 yards. Not too bad for Connor. And now Brown back out to that left-hand side after getting a bit of a breather. And we'll go for him here. Try to get that back shoulder. Brown catches. No, ball pops out. We've seen that play come close a couple times. But just wasn't going to work for us there. Got to set up that same throw. Use our blocking. And can this one get in bounds? Good job, Rondale Moore. Holds onto the pass. Almost floated out of bounds. Kyler Murray not having a very accurate day today, but nothing new there. And we'll kind of run a similar play. Going to send Williams out again. We could either run the ball or toss it out. And we will not toss it out. I tried to, but it did not let me. So, gain of 5. I won't argue with it. But maybe that was because I called the wrong play again. They look exactly the same. I'm not sure which one actually gives you the option to throw it. But this one certainly does. Williams trucks one guy. Fighting will get a gain of about 2 to 3. They'll mark it as a gain of 2. And just going to make a slight adjustment here on the play. Coming out with the 2 tight end set. Not McBride, that's Ertz in motion. Will fake the handoff, go with a bit of play action. And they do a great job of covering it. Trying to find something, and we're not going to find anything. Huge loss, 4th and 16, you got to take the field goal. Unfortunately, that means we will need to get a stop on defense and a touchdown on our next drive to win, but it at least gets us a little closer. We'll take the field goal, not what we were hoping for. And for what I'm pretty sure is the 3rd week in a row, we find ourselves in a close race coming the end of the game, late in the 4th quarter. This one is a nail-biter, and I saw Akers coming open just a bit too late. Simmons will get the stop after a gain of 8. And you know, they say, don't change what isn't broken. So, Gardick, we're going to try to send him off the edge. It looks like they're going to set up a bit of a pass play here, changing formations to a shotgun. Gardick gets off the edge, but not quite quick enough. Van Jefferson, 1st down. And maybe I just need to make him think that we're sending the blitz. And maybe he'll make a mistake. I don't know. Matthew Stafford been in the league for quite a while. Not too bad of a stop there after a gain of 2 from Simmons. And honestly, I haven't seen Golden do all too much. We do have a rookie behind him that we might need to start giving a bit more play time. Quick tackle here. Higbee with the catch. 3rd and 1. And they'll, of course, try to drain the clock as low as possible. Bring Thompson closer to the line. Try to scrunch it. It is Akers, so they could run really anywhere. When we're there with a couple guys, but Akers will get the 1st down. And with that, they will head on into, or we all will head on into the 2-minute warning. 21-17. And from here on out, you would expect that the Rams will run the ball mostly. They could definitely still pass the ball. Try to get a quick couple yards here and there. Nice stop up front. We'll call our 1st timeout. 2nd and 10. We'll blitz from that left-hand side, or their left-hand side, our right-hand side technically. And that is to the side they're going to run to. They cut back. Akers fighting for as many yards as he can. 3rd and 4. We'll call our second timeout. And they will come out in an empty set. Only 5 blockers. One of these guys has to get into the backfield as quickly as possible. Gardick has done it so well for us so far. And he will get off the edge quick. And that is another sack at the 50-yard line. They'll mark him actually down at the 48. We won't use our last timeout here. They, of course, will drain the clock. We'll save that timeout for on offense. We have a chance late once again. This punt shanked. We'll go out at the 28, so not awful field position to start with. And to start off with, it's worked decently well so far. We need to get our fast guys to the outside where they could try to make some plays. Brown will get the handoff, and he has plenty of running room. Will skirt upfield and get out of bounds as well, passing midfield up to or down now to the 47. Great first play there for us. We just need to play smart football here. You've heard me say that over and over again, and then I've made some dumb choices. And that's not going to help. Not at all. Extremely quick rush right off the edge. And plus, they're playing off coverage, so we're not going to get a quick breakaway. Ertz right behind some of the guys. We'll get a first down. We'll try to run some more hurry-up offense here, but time is ticking off the clock, and we really don't have a lot of time left. About 20 seconds. One-on-one, Jalen Ramsey. That's not where we want to go. Ertz with the catch. We'll call our last timeout here with 15 seconds. If this isn't deja vu, then I don't know what is. Exactly pretty much where we were last week against the Raiders, where we came up just short. And we're going to need to try to find something here. And that is not it. We need to get back to the line as quickly as possible, but no time left. Pass rush again killed us over and over throughout this game, where we had a guy breaking open but just did not have the time to throw. Our pass rush saved us many times with Gardick, but that is going to be the second game in a row that we're going to drop when we had a chance late in the 4th quarter to get the game winner. So far, just not in our favor. The Rams, 199 passing yards, 37 rushing. We actually played a very balanced game in terms of passing and rushing. Granted, a lot of the rushing was handing the ball off to receivers on jet sweeps or things of that situation. And after the game, back into the press we go. We'll figure things out and get back at it. This loss hurts, but that's all we can do at this point until we get to see them again. Some other words I didn't get to read, but a -7 play rec and tackle for the next game. Not good. And speaking of next week, we will be playing against the Carolina Panthers. So some things we definitely need to improve at before we get to this next game. I just want to see sacks. They are 7th, so they're doing pretty good, which means I think there's a couple things we need to do before we get to the end of this episode. 2 roster moves I want to make. Now, you've heard me say over and over again, I don't think James Conner is the answer for us at running back. It's not because I don't think he's a good player. I just think he's not in the right scheme. So, there is a particular running back here that's available that I think would fit the scheme a lot more. Raheem Mostert, he's 30 years old, so not a long-term answer. Could possibly just be for 1 year. But this guy has speed, has some agility, change of direction, break tackle ability. His catching isn't fantastic, but he can do the job. I think we need to bring in Raheem Mostert for $2 million. Not bad. And now that leaves us with one last thing I want to do. And in that last game, pass rush was hitting home way too quickly. Our 2 tackles have given up a combined 8 sacks in 3 games, which is not good at all. One of them, our left tackle, has given up 5. So we have a couple options here. I don't think we need to bring in any more than just 1 right now. So Dwayne Brown will be the guy that we bring in, which, if you're paying attention, means that we're going to be over our player limit. We're now at 55 players. We have to be at 53. And since I've been talking about J.J. Watt as well as Connor both being traded, That very well might be how we open the next episode. We'll just do a little tease here because we have J.J. Watt with some offers already in. And we have some decent offers. Vikings, no. You do not trade Thielen ever. Stokes and Huff from the Packers. That one is intriguing. I would have to take a look at those players. You could also let me know in the comments what you think about that one. I would consider that because we do need help at both edge rush and corner. The Giants with Adoree Jackson and a second-round pick in 2024. That one is also intriguing. So the Giants is definitely on the list, as well as the Packers. We don't need any linebackers, although a first-round pick in 2024 from the Chiefs does sound nice. We'll see what Bolton does. That's a maybe. Let me know what you think about that one. Newsome from the Browns, as well as Sweat, plus a 7th-round pick. That one's also intriguing. So let me know what you think down below. Browns, I'm going to put on the list. The Chiefs with a first-round pick plus a linebacker looks pretty good. The Giants with Jackson and a second-round pick in 2024. So not the next draft, but be after. Same with the first-round pick from before. And then the Packers with Stokes and Huff. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Either way, next episode we will be starting by making a choice here. So make sure you stick around by hitting that subscription button below and taking that bell notification to be notified of when these videos go live. Traditional franchise posted every Monday and Thursday, with the state-only challenge being on, I'm going to say, Wednesday and Saturday. I think that would be a good balance. Get a couple videos out in the middle of the week and then one at the beginning and end. Sounds pretty good to me. So that is the schedule for that. Make sure, like I said, you're sticking around to see what happens in that next episode, and let me know what team you think we should trade with, because trades will be happening to start the next episode. So look forward to that, and until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.
Oh,